Hello everyone, and to make up for being sick last week, this week I'll be sharing with you guys two recipes, and it's not exactly two separate recipes, but it's the other two onigiris from Megumi's three kinds of onigiris from all the way back in the first season. And I've made the honey miso pork version in my very first video on YouTube. You can check it out here. And I'll be making the other two flavors, the chicken one and the cheese kombu. So if you'd like to see how it's made, stay tuned. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more anime recipes like this one. And let's get started. First, let's grind up some sesame seeds. This will appear in both of our recipes, so let's prepare this either by hand, or you can use a fruit processor to mill it down really finely. It's up to you. The first onigiri we'll be preparing is the chicken one. Poke the chicken breast several times with a fork, and then season it with a bit of salt, pepper, and sake, and use some kind of covering for this so it doesn't dry out. I'm using a silicone cover. In the meantime, let's prepare the onion sauce paste thingy. Mine turned out more like a paste. Combine all the ingredients together and throw in the microwave for around half a minute to a minute, not too long. Once the chicken is cool enough to handle, shred it into bits and mix it in with our onion paste thingy-majig. And seriously, I can't get any simpler than this. When making the rice balls, I still much prefer to use a mold compared to using your hands or saran wrap, because this way the rice gets packed down really tightly, and when you bite into it, it doesn't really crumble apart. And when using the same thing, wet your fingers and make a little well in the center and try to stuff as much filling as you can in here, because if you don't, it will turn out really bland and it's not that great. Technically, we're supposed to smear some leftover sauce on the outside of the rice, but clearly I didn't have any left, so instead let's use some salt on our hands and rub it on the outside of the onigiri to give it some more flavor. Next, moving on to our cheese kombu onigiri, I'm taking some shredded kombu here, and then just take some cold water and soak it until it's soft. For me, it took around 15 minutes or so. And if you're using the sheet kind, cut it up into slices. If you're using the shredded kind like me, just take a pair of scissors and chop it up into smaller chunks, relatively small. Just cut it up randomly. Transfer the kombu and its soaking liquid into a large pot and add white vinegar to it. Soak this for another hour. This will help soften up the kombu. Once you see that your kombu has turned slimy and gooey, it's time to add the rest of the seasonings. First, bring it to a boil and then keep it bubbling until all of the liquid is gone. And this will take a very long time, so be patient and don't use high heat. By the end, you should get a very wonderful smelling piece of black glop. It doesn't look very good, but it smells good. So we are going to take some of this and a bit of crushed sesame seeds and some sesame oil, combine it all together with cheese, and our second filling is complete. And just like that, it's finished! I told you it's very simple to do. I wouldn't say quick, but it's definitely very simple to make. Alright guys, that is it. And like I said, it is so simple to do. And only the kombu it might have taken a little bit longer to do, but overall it's very simple to put together. And if I have to rank the three flavors in terms of yumminess, I think my number one pick would still have to be the honey miso pork. And the second one, for me, it's the kombu and cheese, because it's very surprising, but when you put it together, it's really good. It's kind of cheesy, milky, and the saltiness, it goes really well together. I really like it. But some other people might enjoy the chicken one more, so it's up to you guys. But for me, the chicken is a bit too normal. I mean, it's a dish that you can find in a lot of other places. It's not anything new. If you want something completely different that you've never tried before, I really recommend the kombu. It's very good. And so, yep, that's it for this week. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.